On a crisp November afternoon in 2015, Tyshawn Lee was playing in a Southside Chicago park. A little boy shooting hoops, still in his school uniform. Two grown men approached the 9-year-old acting friendly. They told Tyshawn they'd take him to the store for a juice or some candy. Feeling safe, Tyshawn followed them into a nearby alley. In an instant, one of the men drew a gun and shot the boy multiple times at point-blank range.
This don't make no sense. Y'all seen a little boy walking from school or wherever he came from with a basketball. Y'all telling him y'all, cause you know, a lot of people used to do that for me. When I was a young boy, used to get me snacks and shit from the store. Shit, I probably would have accidentally went too. Shit, you're trying to give me some shit. But you would never expect no one to just shoot no little boy for no reason.
That bitch trying my bed. Trying to do that cause this bitch be whack. I just fucking out dip you crazy. Bitch come through, she gon' throw shit back. Let me talk about brother got the bag. When now he ain't even had bite. Niggas bouncing ain't killing on sight. Heard that brother ain't definitely bite.
Man, we got the craziest backdoor murders in Chicago, man. Tap in, shorty.
In Chicago's underworld, death often comes by invitation. A 9-year-old boy is enticed with the promise of a snack and led into a lonely alley. A drug dealer drives to a sale, unaware the buyer plans an ambush. A young man goes to meet a pretty girl, never imagining she's bait for a hit. Such chilling.
My bad for pausing, but this happens a lot, shorty. Y'all be thinking what y'all meet, thinking it's about to be smooth. Nigga, you think you about to go crack you some buns, about to go see a little shorty. Backdoor business. I ain't gonna lie, me personally, I always think backdoor. I had a little shorty sitting outside when she came to the joint because I thought backdoor. Once I think backdoor, I'm not going. I thought backdoor, so shorty was sitting outside and it was raining. I didn't care about none of that. And then I thought she was gone, shorty. I went to go to my car to go drive somewhere. Shorty was still there. As soon as I got in my car, her Uber pulled up. I was like, damn, I felt bad for shorty. I ain't gonna bad to you, but you always gotta think the worst. I ain't gonna fake it.
Killing setups are no anomaly. Gang warfare and retaliation are rampant in Chicago. Gangs were tied to 61% of homicides in 2011, and luring unsuspecting victims has become a deadly tactic. On the streets, they even have a name for it. Getting backdoored, betrayed by someone you trust. From playgrounds to trap houses, these are the true stories of how cunning conspiracies have cost lives in Chicago. Before we get started on this video, make sure you go check out my website. That's in the description, where I post viral videos daily. And plus, make sure you like the video and share it with someone to spread the violence awareness. On a crisp November afternoon in 2015, Tyshawn Lee was playing in a Southside Chicago park. A little boy shooting hoops, still in his school uniform. Two grown men approached the 9-year-old acting friendly. They told Tyshawn they'd take him to the store for a juice or some candy. Feeling safe, Tyshawn followed them into a nearby alley. In an instant, one of the men drew a gun and shot the boy multiple times at point-blank range.
This don't make no sense. Y'all seen a little boy walking from school or wherever he came from with a basketball. Y'all telling him y'all, cause you know, a lot of people used to do that for me. When I was a young boy, used to get me snacks and shit from the store. Shit, I probably would have accidentally went too. Shit, you're trying to give me some shit. But you would never expect no one to just shoot no little boy for no reason. Like, what rankings did you think you got from that joint, bro? Niggas be trying to up ranks on nothing. Nigga, go up rank on some real niggas that clap you or something. Like, niggas want to up ranks on vulnerable people that can't do nothing for themselves. That's crazy.
Killing him in cold blood. It was an execution of a child that shook the city to its core. Why would anyone do this? Tyshawn was targeted in a gang feud. Prosecutors later revealed that the killers, Corey Morgan and Dwight Boondody, sought revenge on Tyshawn's father, a gang member they blamed for an earlier shooting. Unable to catch the father, they went after his innocent son. They deliberately lured Tyshawn off the playground with a harmless offer so they could murder him out of sight.
All because of his dad? Come on, bro. So you go kill the boy's son because you can't get to the dad? You niggas weak as hell, bro. You niggas weak as hell, bro. Why would you mess with the little boy? Like, that bro, you gotta be... It ain't gotta be. You's a goofy. All-time, securest, goofy. Like, bro, these niggas be dumb as hell, bro.
The heinous plot worked as planned, as Cook County State's attorney said. Even in a city numbed by violence, this case shook us to our core. Tyshawn Slane exposed the depths of Chicago's gang brutality, that even a child's trust could be weaponized for retaliation.
The father of 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, whose murder shocked Chicago, has been convicted after prosecutors say he tried to get revenge. A jury found Pierre Stokes guilty of attempted murder and aggravated battery. Prosecutors say Stokes...
Bro, I hate this type of stuff, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy, bro. Like, somebody could do something to your son or something you can't even get back is crazy, bro. That's wild.
Shot 3 people to avenge his own son's death. Tyshawn Lee was shot and killed in 2015. Police say the shootings were part of a gang dispute.
Many setup murders involve a femme fatale figure, a woman used to gain a victim's trust. In one notorious case, 3 teenage girls in a Chicago gang turned the tables and became assassins themselves. In 1992, these young women lured 2 rival gang members into Humboldt Park with the promise of partying together. Once isolated, the girls executed the 2 men with shots to the head. One was killed in a park restroom, the other outside on the grass. A Chicago police detective who worked the case recalled escorting one of the teen killers afterward. The girl smirked and flashed gang signs at TV cameras, utterly remorseless. It was virtually...
Yeah, y'all be forgetting about these females, shorty. Some of these females be real deal killers out there, John. Nobody know about it, you feel me? There be a lot of females out here that be acting wild. I ain't go back to you.
Unheard of for female gang members to carry out such a hit. Most of the shootings are by the guys. Rarely do we see cases like this where the females are the shooters, a veteran detective remarked. The case became one of Chicago's most infamous honey trap murderers, leveraging feminine guile to put male targets at ease before killing them. Another recent incident involves a young woman known by the nickname Nene. According to community rumor, Nene helped set up a rival gang member to be killed, allegedly luring the target to a location where gunmen awaited. In a horrifying twist, that act of betrayal provoked swift revenge. Shortly after, on February 24, 2020, 27-year-old Stephanie Brooks, Nene's mother, was at home in Ravenswood Manor when a masked man tried to kick in her door. Brooks and her male friend struggled to keep the intruder out, but the gunman blasted shots through the doorway, striking Brooks in the chest. The mother of 3 died on the floor. Police believe her murder was not random. It was a targeted retaliation linked to an earlier gang shooting that month.
Hell yeah.
In other words, if the street talk is to be believed, the killers couldn't catch Nene herself, so they took vengeance on her family. While authorities haven't confirmed the daughter's role, the specter of a honey trap leading to such a brutal payback has only fueled the legend of Chicago's backdoor betrayals.
Figure out as they investigate this case, specifically a possible link between this shooting last night and one earlier in the month during which a Chicago firefighter was injured not more than a mile away from here. A mother of 3 young children, Stephanie Brooks, was just 27 years old when she was gunned down yesterday inside this Ravenswood Manor apartment building.
I heard commotion and like a forceful commotion, then I heard a pop.
Not all lures use romance. Some use business. The promise of easy money or a routine drug transaction can be bait for an unsuspecting mark. Take the case of Giovanni Galendo, a small-time drug dealer on Chicago's southwest side. In September 2014, Galendo agreed to meet some customers in the Clearing neighborhood near Midway Airport to sell them marijuana. What he didn't know was that the deal was a deadly setup from the start. A local teen, Luis Alfaro, had secretly conspired with 2 friends to rob a dealer. Alfaro's job was to lure in a victim. Prosecutors say an acquaintance promised Alfaro free drugs as a reward if he would arrange the marijuana sale and lead a dealer into their trap. On the appointed day, Galendo met Alfaro's associates, 16-year-old Pedro Corral and another teen in a car. The buyers asked to inspect the weed. The moment Galendo revealed his stash, Corral pulled out a gun and shot Galendo multiple times.
Bro, you ain't even know if the nigga was gonna give it up or not. He probably would have gave it up. It's just some tweet. You think a nigga about to fight you over some tweet? You pulled your gun out and shot this nigga cause you, like, bro. Now you in jail looking dumb as hell cause you shot the nigga instead of just robbing him like a normal nigga would. Scary ass dude. You know he was scary as hell doing that if he shot him. He had to be. A nigga that ain't scared about to get on your ass with his tweed.
Killing him on the spot. The young thieves grabbed the drugs and fled. Even though Alfaro wasn't physically present for the murder, he had set everything in motion, and afterward he received his cut of stolen narcotics as payment for luring the victim. Police soon caught on and charged all 3 teens with first-degree murder. A Chicago judge denied bail to the alleged triggerman Corral, underscoring the gravity of the crime. Galindo's fate illustrates a common scenario: a fake drug deal used as bait, a seller walking blindly into a robbery turned murder. It's an example of how in Chicago's shadow economy, even a friendly buyer could be setting you up for a bullet. Organized crime groups have long exploited such ruses. Chicago police warned that gangs and crews often use social media and online marketplaces to lure victims for robberies.
Hell yeah, they do. Cause niggas be all on social media posting everything they got and stuff. Nigga, and people be actually knowing about it. People be running their mouth out here. Like, everybody be knowing, like, the whole city be knowing a nigga be selling. Like, how's that possible? The whole city know that you sell? Nigga, that's why y'all niggas be going to jail or getting robbed. Everybody know y'all sell, bro. Everybody coming for y'all, nigga. Especially if they don't know you. Bro, niggas be trying to rob, bro. Y'all don't even be aware of this stuff.
And those robberies can easily end in homicide. Meeting a stranger for what looks like a simple transaction can be as dangerous as any turf confrontation. For Galindo, the setup was business, but it cost him his life. And he's far from the only one. Stories of deadly drug deal setups dot Chicago's crime blotter every year, a cautionary tale for anyone dealing on these streets. Perhaps the most disturbing kind of setup is the betrayal from within, being sold out by someone you consider a friend. In Chicago's gangland, this is known as getting backdoored. The idea is that a close associate secretly aligns with enemies or has their own agenda to eliminate you, catching you off guard when your guard is down.
Hell yeah.
These backdoor hits breed an especially poisonous mix of paranoia and heartbreak on the streets. Such betrayals aren't limited to gangsters either. In 2012, a shocking case made headlines when a 15-year-old girl in Chicago set up her own 17-year-old friend to be beaten by a gang. She invited the unsuspecting.
Set up her own friend. Bro, like, I don't get why y'all even be trusting people nowadays, bro. Like, when I tell you, bro, me personally, I can't trust not nobody. I don't care who you is. Like, I don't care who you is. Like, honestly, I don't. Like, trust run low out here. There's no loyalty in these streets and shit, bro. That's one thing people don't know. There's no loyalty in the streets. There's nobody that's gonna ride for you like you expect them to when it comes to the streets. Now, when it comes to other things like business or anything, yeah, people will help you, but streets, y'all need to stop expecting loyalty out of niggas. Everybody will slime you on the streets.
Teen boy to meet in an alley where her crew was waiting in ambush. The group brutally attacked him. The girl even filmed the assault on her phone as it happened. He survived the beating, and the video helped police catch the attackers. The incident was a stark reminder that even school-age kids might backdoor their friends for clout or revenge. In Chicago's climate of mistrust and revenge, the backdoor phenomenon thrives. Gang members live in fear of inside setups. They may avoid posting their real-time locations on social media or think twice about attending gatherings, knowing a smiling invite can mask a murder plot. The paranoia is not unfounded. When a high-profile rapper from Chicago was killed in 2020, rumors immediately swirled that a close associate dropped his location to enemies. Whether true or not, it shows the first question that arises after any street killing is, was it a setup? These stories of calculated setup murders underline a disturbing reality. In Chicago, trust can be a fatal vulnerability. The tactics vary: a lure of a child, a honey trap seduction, a staged drug deal, a betrayal by a confidant, but the pattern is the same. It's an invitation to one's own destruction, delivered by someone the victim perceives as harmless or even as an ally. The fallout from these incidents is profound. Each successful setup tends to provoke further bloodshed as gangs seek revenge for being outwitted. For instance, Tyshawn Lee's slaying led to outrage even among hardened gang members, some of whom vowed to retaliate for the violation of unwritten codes.
Yeah. Niggas are supposed to get got for that type of things, but you ain't supposed to be killing a little boy because you can't get to the dad. Lame man, nigga. What kind of stuff is that, bro? You know what? I'm done watching this video because these niggas, bro, you go get the look. You go say you about to get him some candy and some drink from the store just to shoot him. You only hear about people kidnapping the people when they say candy and stuff. Bro, I'm bummed, bro. Shoot the little boy? Just could have left him alone, nigga. You was better off slapping the shit out of him. I'm out.